Hi, and welcome to the lecture on paragraph organization. What is meant by paragraph organization? It is the way the writer conveys her or his idea. There are several ways to organize a paragraph's idea. It depends on what the writer is trying to accomplish. There are 6 types of organization that this lecture will cover: cause and effect, classifying and dividing, comparing and contrasting, defining, descriptive, and process. Let's talk about the first, cause and effect. Cause and effect is used when analyzing a topic and what causes it or what affects it. Let's think about causes as reasons and effects as results. To outline an effective cause and effect paragraph, you must start with a topic sentence. From that topic sentence, you move on to the major detail number 1, where you would list the first cause or effect of the topic. After you list the major detail number 1, you'll spend several sentences discussing major detail 1, offering vivid examples, illuminating the major detail number 1. If you have space and time, you'll move on to detail number 2, major detail 2, listing another cause or effect. Once detail number 2 is listed, you will offer multiple sentences of minor supporting details. And then the cause and effect outline must have a summary sentence. Here is a sample cause paragraph. I open with a topic sentence. I offer major and minor supporting details. There's 2 major supporting details and a summary sentence. There are 2 reasons why people have dogs for pets. First, dogs offer companionship. A dog can offer unconditional support to someone. Dogs have a sense and often know when their owners are sad. Dogs cuddle up to their owners and make the owner feel better just with a snuggle. Another reason is for security. Dogs can seem vicious to strangers, and that fear might keep intruders away, rendering the owner safe. Having a dog might be the best choice a person can make. Another type of paragraph organization is the classifying and dividing. Classification or classifying refers to the process of grouping things together that share similar characteristics. Dividing or division refers to separating things into parts. And much like the cause and effect outline, classification or division can also have the same outline. You open with a topic sentence. You list major detail number 1, which would be the first group, category, or part. Then spend several sentences discussing major detail number 1, offering vivid examples, etc. If time and space allow, you'll move on to major detail number 2, which would list the second group, category, or part. You would follow that up with some minor details, several sentences that discuss major detail number 2. Again, vivid examples, illumination, etc. And of course, end with a solid summary sentence. In this sample classification paragraph, the writer identifies 2 types of dancers, opens with a topic sentence, offers 2 major details and minor details to support the major details, and ends with a summary sentence. There are 2 types of dancers one might see in a club. The first is the expert. This dancer seems to know all the right moves to all the songs, whether it is hip-hop or a classical dance, such as the 2-step or waltz. The other is a mimic. This person is always a little offbeat. She studies the other dancers and tries to keep up with the moves. Both dancers are fun to watch, although I prefer the mimic. Can you spot the topic sentence? Can you spot the summary sentence? Can you tell me which two types of dancers the writer is discussing? And the illumination, the examples, are the minor details. Can you find those? You're correct. The opening sentence is the topic sentence. The first type, the first classification, is the expert. The second is the mimic. These two sentences are the major details. The description of the expert and the description of the mimic are the minor details. And the summary sentence appears as the last sentence. Another example of paragraph organization is comparing and contrasting. When one compares, one looks to find similarities. When one contrasts, one looks to find differences. There are two methods used in comparing and contrasting. There's the block by block and the point by point. What I offer you here is a point by point outline of a paragraph. In a point by point, one looks to talk about the points the writer is trying to make and then compares or contrasts, I use the letter A and B, two different subjects against the point. Point 2 is the second point the writer is trying to make about a topic and discusses two separate subjects and compares or contrasts subject A and subject B. In a block by block, one opens with a topic sentence and then discusses everything about subject A and then everything about subject B in a blocks. So you're stacking subject A on top of subject B and exploring the similarities or differences. It is more common to use the point by point method, although the block by block is used, and it's a personal choice. Let's look at examples of a sample contrast paragraph. You'll notice that it's following the point by point. My mom and I might look alike, but we are different in many ways. First, our personalities are different. I am an extrovert, and she is an introvert. I think it might be why we get along so well, as she pulls me back and I push her forward in social situations. Secondly, our tempers are also different. I have a tendency to explode and voice my emotions freely. She, on the other hand, holds things in and lets it all roll off her back. We might be different, but we still love each other. Here you'll notice that the points are listed first. We have the opening sentence, the topic sentence, that's looking to contrast my mom and I. The first point is about personalities. The second point is about tempers. And subject A is me, I. Subject B is her, mom. Similarly, for tempers, subject A is I. Subject B is she, mom. So the writer is using point-by-point method in here. And you'll notice that the subjects are being compared or contrasted within the same paragraph. It is often thought that when you're comparing or contrasting, you're spending a whole paragraph talking about one subject and a whole paragraph talking about another subject. You spend each paragraph juxtaposing the subjects. There are three other types of paragraphs that I will look at very quickly. There are definition paragraphs. Definition paragraphs strive to take a thing or idea and fully explain it. Process paragraphs are the how-to explanations. And then finally, descriptive paragraphs strive to provide specific details and examples to show the reader what something looks like, uses all the senses when available. And that's the end of the lecture for paragraph organization.